Hello and welcome to Rush Racing League Division 6 at Australia. I am your commentator tonight. It's Dito, joined by Shaz. Mate, how you going?
Yeah, good mate, good. It's been a busy week, but it's good to be in the commentary box tonight to see Division 6. It's an interesting race. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too, man. Still last week, obviously, pretty hectic battle at Austria. With the two-stop and everything like that. Most guys will be doing a one-stop tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how they go. Thank all our sponsors, SRC, SimLab, Pagnian, and SRC as well. Sorry, I think I've said that already, but we'll jump over to this gameplay now because it's in quali. Obviously, Jackal probably the favourite tonight. He's getting pretty close to wrapping up the championship. But I wouldn't rule out the guys around him. You know, they have shown up on their day and delivered some good results. And if Jackal, has a mistake or something, they're right there to pick it up. So, be interesting to see. It looks pretty nice and dry at the moment for quali. Short quali tonight. We had full last night. Bit of a change up once again. So just wait for everyone to come out on track. But obviously, Jackal the favourite, mate. Who else you got your eye on?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the likes of Liam driving in the Williams for you tonight, mate. He's just had a crack up there in Division 5. D White and MPJ have shown recently that they've got some pace, so it'll be interesting to see if they can pull that pace out there. And I think also H-Town, if he can pull it together, and obviously it's a struggle for him being 5 a.m. in the morning when we race, but if he can pull it together and get a good race, then anything could happen.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there, mate. I'm not sure. Oh, there's just retirements there from the session. I don't know if someone left the session before, or that was someone joining, but jumping on board with Jackal on an outlap, he'll be the first to hit the track. As he goes around to get these tyres up to 10. Obviously, raced last night in Div 5, so he's well equipped and knows what he needs to do here. He's got the pace to obviously deliver as well, as we all know. So, definitely the favourite coming in tonight. Obviously, Uncle Morty and Chevy Walls with the quali band. It's going to be a bit of a tough one for them to get through the field, but this track can show some drama, can't it, Shows? I mean, we've seen some chaotic scenes in the other races.
We have, and I think unlike the last week when we were in Austria, I think if we don't see a safety car, it's going to be more of a surprise than if we do. Obviously a street circuit, and it's unrelenting. If you make a mistake, you eat the walls here at Australia.
Jackal.
And it's quite fast, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Jackal unfortunately invalidating into turn 1. Shining Swarm gets a 5-place grid penalty. So that will have to be, well, that's unfortunate because we can't really do much about it with the game, but yeah, Jackal threw it into turn 1 there and validated on the outside curve, which is really easy to do. We'll jump on board with his teammate now, H-Town. He's made it to, navigated through turn 1 with no problems. This guy's just trying to get a banker in so far. Burns down to 70%. Doesn't use all the track there. He's taking it nice and easy for this banker lap. He's got a lot of traffic in front. Should be all good as he will burn up to the DRS point here. See what his sector split is. This next sequence of corners very tricky to get right. Really got to chuck it in. 43.6 gets that right. No invalidation. He's got an Alpine in front of him. That's going to give him a little bit of a tow. This is going to be a decent lap here for H-Town. Hard on the brakes now. Down to third. Uses all the track there. Be interesting to see also whether the guys choose a low downforce setup tonight or a high downforce. Obviously, they've got their strengths and weaknesses. Hunter goes fastest, 16.5. See what H-Town can do. Up to the line now. Be 16.5, just in front of Hunter there. So very close at the top between Mercedes and McLaren. Shaz.
Yeah, mate, 100%. It's they're good times, but we have seen so far that we can get them down below that. We know that Jackal, if he gets it, does a good time. So it'll be interesting to see what times you need to do.
Yes, absolutely. So we saw Crojo go off track there. On board Drew Zilla now in the Alpine. He comes through the last corner now. Burns up to the line. See what this can be. So Alpine have a very strong week last week, and he goes P6 with 18.5. Who else is on a lap? Currently, it looks to be Abhishek. He is invalidated. Krojak has had a spin at the start by the looks of it, and everyone else is on an out lap. Jump on
Interesting
board.
to see, Dito. Here, it would be interesting to see what happens. Again, another track that it is easy to invalidate if you're not careful. Whether we'll have the same issues that we had the other night, where we had drivers missing out because they couldn't get a lap in.
Yeah, we saw it last night actually too. A few of the faster guys unfortunately not get a time in there with just the way how it goes around here. It's really, like you said, really easy to invalidate, and the time can sneak up on you. Just trying to see who's next to start a lap. Looks to be Woofer, so we'll just keep on board with him. But yeah, man, it is. A lot of these corners require maximum commitment. You got to chuck it in, and as we know, it can be quite difficult to piece a lap here, let alone a quick one. See what Woofer can do in the Aston. So we know Aston Martin fighting at the top of the overalls currently with McLaren. They're looking for a good result tonight. Take us away with a lap with the Aston, mate. With Woofer.
Aston Martin, here we are. Right in to the turn 1-2 around the lovely Albert Park circuit, up into Lakeside Stadium car park. Around he goes. Tough part of the track. It's quite bumpy here in real life. They had to resurface it before the race this year. He makes his run towards the end. He's gone purple into sector 1. This is going to be interesting to see how he uses his ERS along this fast Lakeside Drive part of the track, because it is obviously, we know, wide and open. He goes purple again and opens up into turns 9 and 10. Like he hasn't been impeded yet. This looks like an okay time if you can keep it together. Makes it into the technical part of the final part of the lap. Slow down into third gear, drops it to second right as he hits the apex. Gives him that turn in. Looks to give himself enough ERS to run to the line. And this time looks like it's going to be okay, but it can only be good enough to get him into P6, just behind his teammate in Paul and Hull.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. If you could just see if you could get TMT in him. I knew I saw someone leave. I just couldn't see who it was. So hopefully we can get him back in for the end of the session. Jump on board with MPJ as he's finishing up his lap. TMT's just joined, so someone must have got him an invite. Thank you, guys. But MPJ, another quick name to really watch out for in the Haas tonight. As he comes through the final corner, plenty of battery to burn up to the line, 19%, DRS activated, no wheel spin out of that exit. Should be a good time. Goes P4, 17.1. Haas looking dangerous tonight. If he could just piece that lap together. Looks to be Liam Dierenberg also on a lap. Uses a lot of battery in this last sector. He starts the last sector, sorry. Throws it in there. Really easy to invalidate on that corner as well, as the others are. Full commitment through sector 3 now. Hard on the brakes. Down to third. Back to second, actually. Gets back on the battery. Burns up to the line. Where will this put Liam? A lot of guys yet to set times. He goes fastest with a 16.3. Very impressive time there from Liam. As we go, who else is on the lap? Abhishek's also on the lap, but I think David has just started, so we'll jump on board with him. We haven't watched the Red Bull yet. So he starts sector 2. Another driver that raced last night, obviously wasn't his division, but he got that experience and now knows what to do. It's always handy to race the day before. Comes through the fast, left, right. Really easy part of the track to invalidate on. Full commitment required there. Hunter quickly betters the Williams with a 16.3. Not much faster, but is faster. Really close at the top there. McLaren looking solid as well. David now starting his third sector. A bit of traffic in front, but oh no, that's unlucky. He invalidates there on the exit. Really unlucky there for the Red Bull. He's still going to go around to see what his time is, and we'll have a look at what it would have been anyway. Come across the line, and it would have been a 17.7. So it would have been about P10. Definitely time to find for David. He wouldn't have been happy about invalidating there. As Drew Zilla starts his lap in the Alpine. Hard on the battery on the exit there. Another driver that can definitely put a time on the board on his day. Australia is probably the most practiced track that the guys know. It's probably the first track everyone learns on this game. So it's always good to see it on the calendar. As Drew now got a bit of traffic in front, but that might actually help him. He's 5/10 up on his time, which currently would be a massive improvement. Fastest first sector, but I don't know if that was a visual glitch. But Aston is in front. Hopefully no impeding here, but he is going to get a nice little tow. Dives out of the way. Well, he's still in the... Burns his battery now to start sector 3. A tidy lap so far from the Alpine. Uses all the track. Down to third, hard on the power. Almost full throttle through here. See where this can put him. It is definitely an improvement on his time. How far is the question? Across the line. It'll jump up to P9. That's a huge improvement there for Drew. Almost a second improvement on that lap. It's a very solid lap there from the Alpine. We'll jump on board with TMT now, who's gotten back into session. The TP of RB. Take us away, Shaz. As TMT burns through sector 2.
He's in sector 2. He's coming down the second DRS zone. Hits 9 and 10, the fast corners near. Oh, he's invalidated, unlucky there.
No.
It's easy to do though. If you carry too much speed, it is unfortunate.
We'll jump on board with Jackal then in the McLaren, because he's...
Many out on.
It's Jackal and D White actually. I think D White is on no battery at the moment, so we'll go with Jackal. Fastest of the first sector. So I reckon this could be pole here.
Second and a half down.
Yeah, this is looking good. 6 minutes
down
left.
On his time.
DRS, ERS all open here. Fastest second sector. This is looking very tidy for Jackal as he will burn down to commence sector 3. You pretty much burn your battery for as long as you can here. Hard on the brakes. Down to third, early on the power. Uses all the track there. Chucks it in, almost full throttle. Hard on the brakes now. Really difficult part of the track to get right. If you can get this corner right, this is definitely going to go to the top. DRS, ERS open. Burn up to the line. The question is how much quicker? It's a 15.8.
Ho-ho-hoi! That's
Big
6 tenths
improvement.
quicker than his time.
We knew it was going to be faster there. There's now Paul and Hell in the Aston. He's actually burnt a lot of battery in that sector 1 for his quali lap, but wait to see how he goes. I think he's actually pulled out of that lap, second slower on this one, so there is going to be a little bit of a lull now while we wait for this crossover point. Most of these guys will come out sort of towards the end to do their last lap. We do have a few guys on out laps though. Shining Swarm reserve. So we know how keen he is to get a seat every week. He finally gets his chance, but I believe that Williams of Abhishek is starting the lap. Not a bad position for the reserve at the moment, P10. See what he can do on this lap. We'll burn up to the line here. Using hot lap. We'll chuck it down to 5th. A little bit wide there. Not the optimal sort of line through there, but he still managed. Didn't invalidate. See what he can do as he'll start to wrap up this sector 1. There's a yellow flag. I think that's just Jackal running out of fuel there. A little bit taily. Looks to be struggling through that first sector a little bit, does the Williams. Let's see what he can do in sector 2. It's a 26.8. It is an improvement on his time, so this will jump him up a little bit so far. Needs a big sector 2 and 3 if he wants a few more positions. A lot of battery usage here. DRS, ERS. Probably the most daunting part of the track to get right. You can gain a lot of time here. 2/10 through that sector. So he is definitely on charge for an improvement here. The timing is everything though. It would be crucial for him to get back to the pits. But I'm not sure if he'll be able to. So this might be his last time. Through sector 3 now, hard on the brakes. Uses third gear there. A lot of guys using second, but it's different everywhere. So he'll burn up to the line. Still plenty of battery, even though he used hot lap on that lap. And it is an improvement. P5 for Abhishek. Good lap for the reserve there. So we'll jump on board Shining Swarm.
He was driving P5. Yep, he's doing well.
See how Shining can go. Obviously, we know how keen he is to get a seat every week. Currently burning his battery on the main straight. Chucks it in. Still running overtake through there. That's bold. That is very bold. I don't think he realises that he's used it or held it on. That is going to hurt his sector 3 now. But yeah, really easy to lose the rear trying to take overtake through a corner like that. But he managed. See what he can do here. So comes up to the line. On the overtake through the corner, he has full commitment. Burn up to the line, green flags ahead, there's someone off. Does improve, but unfortunately doesn't go any higher. But it is a big improvement on his last lap. Who else is on a lap? Looks like the Aston might be just starting a lap of Woofer. Oh no, finishing one. He'll go P13. 17.6. Maybe a Mercedes will jump on board with Hunter. P2 currently. So see what he can do. We know he has the pace. Usually the one to put it to Jackal in Div 6. Throws it into turn 1. Full commitment. Burns down all the way to 65% there. Yellow flag ahead. It shouldn't matter too much. Car's just getting out of the way. Red Bull there. It's really tidy first sector so far for the Mercedes. Full commitment into turn 1. Great to see. This goes fastest in the first sector. I'm not sure if this is the visual glitch, but this is looking solid. It's not a big improvement, but doesn't need a lot to get to Jackal. If we can tidy up these last 2 sectors, this could be a fast time here. Jackal looks to be able to get out again, possibly, so it's going to be close here. Hunter using all his battery now. Full commitment through the left-right. Battery depleted. Shining's called it. Uses all the track. He's very similar line to Jackal through there. So these guys are using all the limits here. This is great to see. How close is it going to be to the McLaren? And are we going to see the guys behind improve too? It's a lot happening here. A lot of guys on track. Hunter burns to the line. He's ran out of battery though. Oh, God, that's close. 15.87. Super close to Jackal.
That's a good time by Hunter, though. That's a
Oh,
great
wow.
time by Hunter.
Yeah, absolutely. It's H-Town now. Next to the McLarens. Can he do anything here? So McLaren looking really solid at the moment. Mercedes and McLaren both in that sort of top 5. This could be a huge result for them. See what H-Town can do for this final sector. Got a bit of traffic. Nothing too hectic. He's called it. He's had enough. So who else is next? Jackal's also on a lap, so he's not done. Liam's done. Tazio's done. He's invalidated. MPJ has something to say. He's just started his lap though. Jackal is close to finishing it. Is he up? He is up slightly, just by about half a tenth. I don't think it's going to be a huge improvement here unless he gets a massive third sector, but it's going to be enough to cement pole by the looks of it. It's basically the same time. Tazio's invalidated. MPJ is pretty much one of the last ones that has a say in this in the Haas. Got a lot of battery to play with here. Quicksilver Dex finishing P10. Moe Nabs, the reserve, P7. What a result from him so far for Quali. Yeah. It's MPJ. I think he's done. He's called it. He's used all his batteries, flicked it to none. So what can Paul and L? No, he's done as well. So that's it. Unless TMT has anything to say for it here. He's flicked it down to medium. He will be the last guy to complete a lap. Doesn't look like he's burning much battery at all. So I think that might be our quali, but wow, it's close between Jackal and Hunter at the top there. They are going to be battling each other to the end. So we see Moe on a lap. Oh, he's just jumped in the pits, so he's done as well. TMT will be the last, but I'm pretty sure he's called it. And there you go. Your quality for Australian GP. And then obviously Uncle Morty and Chevy with the quali vans, they're going to have some work to do. But with any sort of luck, Australia has delivered some serious drama here in the past. And these guys might be able to capitalise on that. Thoughts on that, mate? What an intense quali in the end there. A few guys invalidating, didn't get their final times in. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that one, mate?
Yeah, I think pretty much where I said. I didn't expect Hunter. I don't know if I didn't expect Hunter or I just forgot about Hunter, to be fair with you. But I said Jackal, Liam, H-Town if he can nail it. MPJ, they're all up there. But yeah, it's these guys are showing that they are competitive enough. So this will be an interesting race.
Yeah, it is. I think it's going to be dry by the looks of it from that quali, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, well, I'm just praying we have a clean sector 1, man, from this first lap. It's super chaotic. All the races we've seen has really delivered some chaos. But as we just wait for them to finalise the setups, like we said earlier, one stop's probably the go for most of these guys, unless they've got some serious tyre wear. But you don't really want to have to be pitting twice if you can help it. It is a bit of a grind here, though, with the tyre wear. And we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Little changes here, bit of front wing, tyre pressures, your diff and stuff like that for this one. But main thing is getting that strategy sorted and just locking in for this turn 1. It is probably one of the most awkward turn 1 to do, especially if you get stuck on that inside curb. So fingers crossed all these guys navigate through. Just waiting now for the final few touches, but long one ahead, mate. No rain by the looks of it. Who's your prediction off the top of your head?
Oh, we'll just all see how see what happens at turn 1, and if Jackal drives away with it or whether Hunter can stay with him. It'll just be interesting to see what happens, really.
Yeah, well, as we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Australian GP Div 6. Everyone's off the line except for the Haas down the back. I don't know what's going on down the back there. D White.
Oh no.
D White's reserve. Yeah.
Disqualified.
Yeah, he's had some serious wheel issues off the start there. So I am not sure what's happened. It looked like he was AI off the start. But hopefully someone can let us know what's just happened there for D White. And there's this chaos down the back already. Cars going side by side. There's no safety car. But yeah, I am not sure. That happened similar to a race a few weeks ago. But other than that, a few guys starting on the hard tyres. Abhishek, Drusilla and Krojak all opting for the hard tyre. And that is very tragic there for D White. He never has much luck, does he? So you see
no, he doesn't. He fights hard, and he's done a great job for TP. I don't know what happened. What's happened there?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Two Ferraris just swapped spots there as well. But a bit of scenes off the start. It's caught everyone a bit off guard, I think. As Kojak's gone around in the Alpine, he's hit the wall. No damage though, and a penalty on lap 1. So that's unfortunate. But I'd love to hear from D White if he's in the chat, just to hear if what's happened there. But
Discord that he said a lot of the time the game starts mid neutral, didn't notice hit reverse.
Yeah, okay. Wow. That's really unfortunate. Well, we'll have to just get back to the race, and I don't know. We'll see if we can do something for D White at the end, maybe a point or something. That's pretty crappy. But we'll have to wait and see. Tazio now on the back of H-Town, really close. There's a bit of chaos off the start at the top too. Also, I didn't actually see what happened, but it managed to help. Obviously, Hunter lose the gap to Jackal straight away. I'm pretty sure Liam went for an overtake, and that's allowed Jackal to break out of the DRS early. But now it's also managed that H-Town's lost the top 3. I don't know actually what happened at the start. There's your strategies. It says starting on the hards, but majority guys will go medium. Bit of a chaotic start, mate, but it should have settled down now. We're down into P11 here. There's a little bit of a DRS train. We'll probably continue like this for a fair few laps now. Gaps will just start to spread out a bit as everyone finds their grip. Like we said, there was a lot going on that first lap, and it might just take the guys a few laps to get their heads sorted. As Chevy Wolves and Uncle Morty, both with collie bands, are already up to P14, P15, so they've taken advantage of the bit of chaos at the start, but a lot of work still to go with this one. Quicksilver looking very close to MPJ. He's actually going to go for a move. Jeez, that's actually in a spot you don't usually see it get it done, but he managed to so far. Quicksilver's not giving up though, as he should. He's got his teammate right behind him. Ferrari looking quite solid here. I don't think he's going to go around napping here. Quicksilver's going to come straight back on MPJ, not give up on this one. And this might even allow his teammate to come through with him. I don't know, but this is a great position for them to be in. Obviously it's single Haas now, so MPJ does not want to get tangled up in too much here. He wants to move forward, but yeah, great driving from Quicksilver and MPJ. It was great to see he didn't just get out of the way there. And that's allowed his teammate, Moe Nabs, who we know has had a tough few reserve races when he has reserved, and he's doing great so far. Don't want to jinx anything, but really good.
Yeah, it gets to that point in the season, these guys are trying to prove themselves a bit too, because we obviously move into season 10 shortly, only 4 races to go, 3 races after tonight for Division 6. These guys are wanting to prove themselves up in divisions to hopefully get looked at later on in the season 10. Looks good so far though. Jackal and Hunter, Liam did have him early, but has pulled away from Hunter. Hunter's pulled away from Liam, and now they're fighting with Jackal. But
oh, what's happened there?
Yellows.
Chevy.
Oh, the kicks are in.
Oh! Jeez, that was close with the Alpine, but don't know what's happened there. I can't see if he's got any damage, and I think someone's hit the wall in front of him there. I heard a bang, but drama on lap 4. There's yellows up the top here too. What's that? That's look like a Mercedes. Tazio going awfully slow here. Damage on the left wing, big damage too, not just an end plate. Wow. I don't know if that was actually involved from an incident up the top, but yeah. Wow. We jump back into this middle pack here. Abhishek now on the back of MPJ. This DRS will be enabled. It won't take long, and the hards will be the optimal tyre. It's probably a few more laps away, but Abhishek looks to be struggling still. Moe Nabs wants to get the move done here. Does not want to be too far away from his teammate. This Quicksilver is actually on a charge. He's up into P5. He's doing really good. Ferrari as a whole doing quite well so far. David has his teammate right behind him too, well 2.8 back, so that could help them later on. It also can cause some issues with the pit stop, especially if there's a safety car and you want to try and pit them at the same time. It's not fun. I keep hearing someone hit that wall on the outside there, but everyone's still moving. But yeah, I think we'll probably see the pit stop window around that lap 10 mark, and we'll start to see these guys open up with the strategy a bit. Yeah, thoughts on that chaotic start, mate? I think we've lost you. Are you there, Shaz? Don't know where Shaz has gone, but I'll jump back on board with Paul and Hell anyway, as he is riding right behind Druzilla, just trying to hang on there while those mediums are still the optimum tyre. Oh, there you are, mate. Sorry, I thought we lost you for a second.
Sorry, no, freaking people calling me.
Oh, all good. As we've got MPJ now on the back of Quicksilver. This battle between the Haas and the Ferrari is definitely heating up. Whoa! MPJ goes deep on the brace. Oh!
Oh, the Haas. Oh!
Hit contact there with the Williams too. But, yeah. I don't know when those hards are going to be the better tyre, but it won't be long. So you can see them really starting to struggle as MPJ went super deep on the brace there. Moe Nabs, though, looks like he wants to get the move done on MPJ now. That bit of mistake has made MPJ vulnerable. But look at the other Alpine of Druzilla. He is all over the back of Moe Nabs.
Yeah.
Actually overcooked it a little bit there. And we just have to reset. We've also got TMT going a bit lawn mowing at the back. But you'll start to see these hard tyre runners start to come into pace now. Their tyres will definitely be the better tyre soon.
Noticed it. Yeah, we noticed it all throughout the week that it sort of gets at lap 8, 9 and they sort of start to take over, and it's all about the medium runners and how long they can go and if they can make the one-stop work. It's interesting of note that I was reading this morning, Beto, around, we obviously know the next weekend in F1 is at Qatar. Pirelli have sent a memo out to the teams that the tyres can go a maximum of 25 laps. So,
wow.
we know from our experience at Qatar on this track that it is a high tyre deg track, but it's the first that I know of in a long time that Pirelli, the tyre supplier, has told teams that they can only go 25 laps.
Yeah, Qatar, I mean, obviously in real life, but in the game as well, is dreadful on tyres and fuel, but it is definitely one of those tracks that just kills your tyres. I think that's an Alpine, a Kojak, not having the best of races down the back there, another yellow flag, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, mate, next week, obviously with Qatar for the real F1, but yeah, Moe Nabs looks to go for the move. He actually fakes it. Try to make MPJ make a mistake. Doesn't work though, but geez, Moe Nabs looking super pacey today. He's probably getting a little bit frustrated because he's seen his teammate, get past these guys, and he wants to stay with him, and he's definitely got the pace to. It's almost pushing MPJ down this straight. He's that close.
It's tough to see because not only does Moe have to think about that, he's also got Druzilla behind him. And, if he doesn't get the move done and gets into the dirty air, he's ready to pounce. And even in the back there, pulling up.
Yeah, Druzilla, like we said, his tyres, lap 8, sorry. They are going to be the better tyre to be on very soon. But whether or not that's the right strategy, it will have to wait and see. Obviously, starting on hards, always risky, depending if you get a safety car at the wrong time or something like that. But we saw in previous races a few of the guys struggle to get through the field on the mediums. But we'll have to wait and see how they go today. It could be a master strat from the few guys that started on the hards. Druzilla and Moe Nabs now side by side. This battle has been heating up a while. The Alpine goes off track and Moe just pulls out of it there. Really smart driving from the reserve tonight. He really delivering so far. Ferrari doesn't want to get too much in these battles, but he doesn't want to fall too back. Quicksilver, while we've been watching that battle, is chipping away at the Williams. He's actually diving in the pits. So he's the first to really do anything at the top. He's come in on lap 9, so that's interesting. Whether or not he's going to be able to push to the end, but there you go. The strategies has started, and that undercut will help him a little bit get out of that DRS train. And I just think you'll see his teammate react to that as well.
Yeah, it will. And it will be interesting to see what happens with these guys towards the end, though. It's 20 laps. Oh, there's...
Alpine's struggling now, Drew, with that. I think he still has an end plate. Yeah, he is, in that right end plate. probably starting to hurt him at the later stages of that opening stint. You'd think by now, obviously, that tyre would be helping him, but that front wing won't be doing much other than the straight. Look how fast he is in the straight line. Is he going to go for the move here? The Haas goes wide. It's not going to help here. He has the battery, but Alpine has more. He's going to go on the outside. He double thinks about it. Can he outbrake him here? He pulled on the inside. Oh, God, that's close. That Ferrari right behind. And that is a great move from the Alpine, but that could have gone either way. I thought that Ferrari was going to have a look on the inside there, but great racing from this middle pack. Really entertaining battle. Oh, that Alpine is drifting, and MPJ has called it, so he's pitting. He's going to react to Quicksilver. So we'll see where Quicksilver comes, because he's going to be... he had clean air, so that's huge for Ferrari. He had clean air. He didn't even have to bother getting past anyone. So I do think he is going to jump in front of MPJ here, just. And close. Oh, look how close it is on the exit.
Battle in the mid-pack, though.
Oh, super close here on the exit. Oh, jeez. That wasn't going to be an incident there, but yeah. The undercut has worked for Quicksilver. And we'll move back up to the top while those guys are sorting out the positions. Moe Nabs has called it. He's going to keep going. Oh, there's someone stuck. That's oh no. That's a bad spot to be stuck. He's gotten moving again, but yeah, that's a place that the game wants to DSQ you when you get stuck there. So really lucky you got moving there. As we jump on board with David now, yet to pit. Oh, Shining Swarms crash. That's actually an actual crash, and that'll be a safety car. Don't know if it's a full one. Looks to just be a VSC at this stage, but just trying to see what's happened to Shining Swarm there in the RB. Can't see his car on track. It is a full safety car, so that's huge for the medium runners. That's pretty much fallen in their lap. But it's going to be really bad if the team's too close together here. Like we mentioned earlier with the double stack, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Hunter, though, they have already circulated past the pit lane. So from Moe Nabs down, pretty much, they're going to be able to react. But the hard runners obviously cannot. Very interesting time for the safety car, Shaz. It can really hurt the hard tyre runners now, I think.
It could, because they've got to make a decision what they do.
Yeah, well, you can't get mediums to the end.
No.
Oh, unless you're superhuman, but yeah, really difficult for the engineers at the moment to know what to do here. It's probably the worst spot for a safety car if you started on the hards or you had early damage or something like that. But I'm sure we're going to see Hunter, Jackal, and Liam all pit. H-Town should be able to pit, just avoid a double stack here. Maybe it'll be close. About 10 seconds, I think the gap needs to be. Hunter dives in the pits. Really careful to avoid the delta here. It can cost you drive through very easily. Who else is pitting? Abhishek, what is he going to do? I think he's in trouble here. He's going to pit, but I think Druzilla and Abhishek gonna have a big job now to do on these. Oh, Tasio's called it. Oh no, he hasn't. He's stuck on the track. What has happened there?
I think he spun.
Oh no. No, he's
coming out that slippery.
Oh wow. Wow. I'm sure that will have to be looked at to the race there, but absolute scenes on the safety car. Yeah, wow. Hunter leads us away. Fresh hards. I think he crashed, mate. I honestly think he crashed, but we'll have to wait and see after the race. Yeah. Druzilla has decided to stay out, so he's gone. He's had to basically just send it and try and go a little bit longer here, or hope for another safety car of some sort, but he knows that he couldn't get the mediums to the end. I think Abhishek's going to have a hard job to get them to the end, but we'll never know if you get another safety car. Have to wait and see. But a lot of drama, mate, on that one.
It is, and we said safety car is pretty much certain around Australia, and it hasn't disappointed.
Yes, and we also say, obviously, safety cars breed safety cars, and with the drama we're seeing, I would not be surprised if this sort of groups everyone back up and it's going to cause some issues, because I've seen some serious overtakes here, but it's exciting now. Obviously, the guys that are on the mediums are going to be super quick for a couple of laps until those tyres drop off, but we'll just have to be careful. I wonder if they just try and nurse them. I just can't see any of those guys getting to the end on the mediums. Drew Ziller also going to be a really, really hard one. He's going to be under all sorts of pressure from the guys behind on this restart.
Yeah.
See how he goes. See if Crow has a big job to get back around to catch up. I don't know if he will, but Wolfer and Chevy should be able to close back up. I'd say the safety car will come in this lap. Look at some position changes. Biggest winner at the moment, obviously, Drew Ziller up 8, yet to pit. Still a solid drive. So far, Hunter's obviously up 1, Abhishek up 2, David up 6. Great drive from him so far. TMT up 7 also. Uncle Morty up 4, Chevy up 4. So those guys are making steady ground from their quali man. Also got MPJ down 5. Crowjack down 5 and Paul and Hill down 5. So bit of a mixed grid, bit of mixed results. I think a few guys got tangled up in a few of those DNFs there, but we'll wait and see what happens on this restart. Can Hunter and Jackal break away from Liam now? They're back on fresh tyres. Liam obviously had a 2
It'll be interesting to see, as you say, with Liam, because Drew's going to get swamped off the start on the older hards. But is he going to be able to hold them up enough? He's going to have to hold up a lot of time, else these guys are just going to run away with it, I think. Especially Hunter and Jackal, they were running away with it before the safety car. Liam too.
Well, Drew Ziller could really help these top 3 here. If he obviously starts battling the H-Town and stuff, it's just going to end up a similar situation to the start where they managed to break the DRS. And this is another track you can't lose the DRS at. Pretty hard to get it back once the guys ahead have it and you don't. So Drew Ziller will definitely be having to navigate through these guys. But at the same time, he's only on 13-lap paths. We're not going to be dead, but he's certainly going to be having that fend for his life. Obviously, he can't really do much to help his teammate currently. P16, Projack's on a different race on those mediums, so it's all about what he wants to do. But yeah, I think a few teams look out for you. Obviously, McLaren really looking strong here. They've got a driver P2 and P5. They can work together. Williams could probably do the same, depending how all those mediums run for Abhishek. Mercedes obviously only have one up there at the moment, but another team to watch out for is Ferrari. Those two, Quicksilver and Moe Nuts, have had some serious pace tonight. I think they were unlucky at the start to get tangled up in all that chaos and the front guys sort of ran away. But I would not discount Ferrari. They've had some serious pace. So yeah, wait and see how this goes. David also on fresher tyres than the guys around him, so he could do some damage on this restart. He has come up a fair way in this race too. Red Bull both in the points. Uncle Morty with the quality man. We've got safety car in this lap. We'll jump aboard with Hunter as he will slow the field right up. Get them all nice and bunched up. Crowdrag has caught the field, which is great to see. He'll have a shot at it. Tough race for him, but he's only one spot off the point, so he'll just stick at it and get my point there. Hunter now. When does he decide to go? We've seen previous races the guys usually go around that second last corner. He looks to be going to sneak up a little early here, in my opinion. He's really not slowing up too much. I think he's going to catch him around here somewhere, but using third gear to get the power down nice and easily. When does he go? Liam and Jackal make contact there, but Hunter now, I think he's going to go. He's in third gear. He's going to slow him up again and jump back on the brakes. That's going to mean that they're all going to bunch right up. He's going to go again. That's probably the latest I've seen anyone go in the previous races, and that's going to cause maybe some overtakes into turn 1. That's H-Town. He's going on the Alpine, and he's going to get it done. But oh god, that was scary into turn 1. Jeez. But everyone now super close together. Abhishek gets the move done on Druzilla. Hard on the brakes into turn 3. Now that's a Red Bull going deep. Everyone's super close together. MPJ going to go side by side with the RB. You can see the fresh tyres. He's gone wide. You can really see everyone desperate now. Oh! Tazio's left the session. MPJ and TMT were going side by side. Places you do not want to go side by side at. But Hunter leads us away on this restart. Moe Nabs now. What can he do? David's all over the back of him. Oh, this is super close here. 2 Ferraris versus a Red Bull. Chuck a Alpine in there too. David pulls out of it. Smart thinking there, but I think he's lost an end plate anyway. No, he hasn't. That was a Ferrari possibly, but you could see David really pull out of that move, and that might have saved him an end plate there. Someone's missing one, and that is, yeah, Moe Nabs got a penalty too. That's unfortunate on the restart, but Chaos, H-Town, sticking on the back of the Williams, different from the restart, from lap 1 of this race. Can he hold that DRS? Liam has let the top 2 get away. He's going to fall into the grasp of H-Town, but he's just holding in the DRS. Abhishek, though, what can he do? He's on the mediums. If he can get in between H-Town and Liam, he might be able to help his teammate. We never know. Moe Nabs, can he go for a move now? A bit far back. David's going to have a think about it. Decides not to. A lot of moves on that restart, Shaz. A lot of chaos. A few end plates gone. As expected, safety car breeding chaos. Got an invite for some reason. Yeah, thoughts on that restart. Quicksilver, though, going side by side with David and his teammate. They actually make contact, the 2 Ferraris. That is not ideal. This is a big cluster group of cars here that could end in tears. Everyone navigating now through the fast left-right. Who's going to be in front? David's actually clipped the back Ferrari. And now he's got the Haas on his inside of MPJ. God, there's cars everywhere here. And at the back, the other Red Bull and the Ferrari are going at it too. Bit of contact there. David has to get back on the brakes. Uncle Morty now having a think of it on the Aston. God, I can't keep up with this mid-pack. These guys, like they're fighting for the P3 here, and this is great racing. Druzillo has called it. He's in the pits, and that's allowed Quicksilver to have a little bit of a breathing room on David, mate. But tell us your thoughts on that, because this is heating up now between this mid-pack. Gone. So we got Paul in Hell, super close to Moe Nabs. He's actually going to go for it. Goes for it around the outside and gets the job done. And there's someone's hit the wall behind. That's Krojak, I think. Yes, he has. Oh, no. It's hard in the wall. Hard in the wall. But, yeah, I don't know what he's doing here. He needs to just get back on the track and, yeah, not get in front of his teammate here, but not Krojag's day, unfortunately. Yeah, had all sorts of issues today. MPJ super close to David, but David's even closer to Quicksilver. And this is another 3-way battle. These guys cannot get away from each other. The more they fight, there's yellows at the back again with Krojag. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Ark, mate. Tough night for Alpine for sure. But this battle here, we'll keep on board with them. Is yeah, at the top, Jackal has just broken DRS of Hunter, just very close still, but as Abhishek gets a penalty in P5, and look at the battling that these guys have done though has allowed that top 5 just to gap it. They're 8 seconds in front now. So here we go again. Quicksilver going for a move on MPJ around the outside. As yeah, just going to jump on board down here for a second. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Krojag's now missing a whole wing again, so you might just need to get in the pits and sort that out. But yeah, not the day for him for sure. gets a 10-second into the pit lane, I'd say you'd probably call it a day. Yeah, it's unfortunate for him, but on this mid-pack, MPJ going to have another crack at Quicksilver now. He's actually going to get the job done. Quicksilver really pulled out of that move. That gapped him 7/10 into there, so interesting. And now he's going to try and reel back into David. David thought he could get away there. He almost did. He had the gap, but now he's got MPJ behind him. It's going to be tough. Still in the DRS. Jump back up to the top now as Hunter's back into DRS. Geez, Hunter's got some pace today as well as Jackal. And he is not letting that McLaren out of his sight. And it also, H-Town now closing in on Liam for that podium. He's just hanging in there on that DRS. So these battles are really going to open up here in the end. MPJ, though, is now right on the back of David. He almost has to crisscross. That Haas has some serious straight line speed. Definitely running a low downforce setup. And he's in clear air now, so he can really get some pace under his legs and get up to Abhishek. That's going to be huge. And Liam gets a 3 seconds, so that is, yeah, that's unfortunate. That is definitely going to mean that H-Town's going to jump in front there. Go back down here. Uncle Morty. Back up Paul at hell. He is one spot away from obviously getting behind his teammate. And Red Bull really looking like they're going to rack in some good points here. They're currently P7, P9, but they could be obviously anywhere further than that. David's in a good battle with MPJ as well, so a lot of constructors going to score some big points today if they can finish the way they are. And a Ferrari kick, where's that kick going? Chevy Wolf's really deep under brakes, but he managed to pull it up. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but then the Ferrari's gone deep on the next corner, and you can just see the tyre wear now starting to really come into play on some of these guys. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who can hold on to the end now. Uncle Morty, is he going to have a think about it on the Aston? Did have a think, but also pulled out of it. Time that move for another lap. As we'll go back up between this battle between David and MPJ for a second. But also Hunter is on the stack of Jackal. Got plenty of battery too. And yeah, I think these guys are going to go... Oh! That was almost race over there. Wow. Sorry, guys, that was really loud, but... that was almost race over there, and Jackal gets a penalty. Wow. I don't know what happened there, but Hunter's ricocheted off the wall, hit Jackal, and I don't know if he got a pen from that or he had one earlier, but... might be... Oh! H-Town spun! God, everyone's... really struggling with this tyre wear. It's not even going to really matter though. Like, Liam's got a penalty at the moment, but that's going to cook his tyres a little bit. So yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. As these tyre, as we said before, the tyres are going to be just going to crap right now. So whoever has the best tyre wear right now is going to be in the best spot. P6, P7, a little bit too far away from the top 5 for those penalties to do much, but they were battling really hard on that safety car restart and allowed those guys to run away. I was talking like 4 or 3 cars wide. They were battling really hard, and they are still very close together. Quicksilver's fallen a little bit back. So is Moe Nabs, unfortunately. I thought Ferrari were looking quite good. They're just, the luck hasn't turned in this later stages of this race. You there, Shaz? Definitely lost Shaz, but as H-Town could be on for... Well, this could be really good for McLaren, really. It's going to get the job done. Oh, Abhishek's in the wall. And contact with H-Town, so I'm not sure. I'm sure that will be looked at after the race. But yeah, I was just about to say, H-Town is closing in on a podium with the double pens. He could almost jump... He's obviously going to jump Liam if he can get a little bit closer, but I don't think he'll catch to the likes of Jackal. Yeah, that's going to hurt Abhishek. That's going to mean Abhishek's pretty much out now. He's going to have to pit. Hopefully he can not get into too much issues here while he's trying to get to the pits. But yeah, that's how it goes, unfortunately. And this is going to mean now MPJ and David are going to bounce up a position. Everyone is really. So it's looking like a great result for Red Bull so far. Shaz, are you there, mate? I haven't got Shaz, but if someone's in the chat, could we just get a poll up? I'm gonna say driver of the day, Sue. David is definitely, honestly, it could probably be both Red Bulls at this stage for the driver of the day, or even Chevy Wolves. So if someone could do a poll for those 3 drivers for me, please, that would be greatly appreciated. So we'll jump back on board with some battles here, because this battle at the top's probably going to commence unless Jackal can get that penalty removed. Hunter, all he needs to do is just circulate now and just stay within that DRS. But jumping back down here, this battle between David, Paul and Hell is definitely not decided yet. His teammate, Uncle Morty, can have something to say as well. Really close together now. Start to wrap up this race. There's only a few more laps left. As we said before, who has the stronger tyre wear? Obviously, David's on 10 laps. Uncle Morty's on 10 laps. And you got Pauline Hell and MPJ on 2 laps. Older tyres than them. So, just on numbers alone, Red Bull are looking better here in this battle. So, they have the advantage. But, just depends how much they killed their tyres battling at the start. Jackal getting a little bit closer to Hunter, but don't know if he's just going to stick behind now and try and get to the end of the race and go for a move on the last lap, or he's going to go for it earlier. It's ideal to be the leading car on the last lap. You do not want to be in front unless you've got a serious amount of battery. So Jackal might just choose to stay behind there. David, so you're going to have a crack at it on the Haas. Don't think he is on this straight, but he may on the next. His teammate Uncle Morty's also looking dangerous on Paul and Hell. This is Red Bull versus Aston and Haas. And they've been going pretty much since that safety car restart. It's been a great battle between these guys. So MPJ just trying to break the dirty air of the Red Bull. Give him something to think about into the corner. But David knows what he's doing here. I think he's going to just time this just like Jackal. Try and get it done in the later stages of the race. So the MPJ doesn't have a chance to get the move back. This is our closest battle pack at the moment. Down the back, these guys have struggled. There's a few penalties as well, but keep on board with this battle. Paul and L having a great race. Another driver who has his pace on his days and definitely can deliver some results, but just the luck hasn't been there this season. But currently P7, Aston P7, P11, not ideal for the ovals, obviously with McLaren where they are, but it's damage control at the moment. They actually, on paper, I think Div 6 is Aston's weakest division at the moment on points, but they are doing a great job tonight to get as many points as they can for this ovals battle that's going to go to the end, which is great to see. David getting closer, but you can see the guys starting to struggle now with the tyre wear. There's not long to go in this race, and yeah, these tyres would be screaming at them by now, and you start to feel like you have no turn in or anything at this point of the race. It feels pretty dreadful around here. Shaz is back, mate.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Anyone that wants to be a farmer, don't do it.
I was just saying, mate, if we could get a poll for driver of the day. I'm honestly got 3 names, but now that Chevy had a penalty, I'm just going to say the 2 Red Bulls at the state. Up a lot of low points at the moment, so MPJ has an onboard request, so we'll jump on board with him. He's currently in a pretty vicious battle with David. He's held him back for a fair while now. But like we said, I think MPJ is going to look at it, 100% battery. He's going to just try and hold out to the end here. And from earlier, when we were watching the Haas, it did look like he had a low wing setup, which is really going to help at the later stages of his race. And just on that note, you can see David has only managed to get in about 0.5 of a tenth on that straight, even with DRS. So Oh, on this straight though, he's rising past, and MTJ's actually clipped the back of him. David came out of nowhere on that other straight. That's a great move, and now he's in front. But this is going to fall into MPJ's lap a little bit now. He's got 100% battery. He didn't even burn any to defend there. He knows that he's going to have another crack at it. You can see how much he's struggling with the tyre wear there. He almost had no power through that final corner. Even if you're running traction control of the car, we're not feeling great. David's looking quite good in front though. He doesn't look to be sliding around too much. So, are we going to see that tyre offset of 2 laps come into clutch here, Shads?
I think it will. I think he will be able to secure that P5. And I think the other thing of note is H-Town in front of him needs to try and push here if he can, because if he gets within 3 seconds of Liam, he's going to jump Liam, and he needs to push.
Yeah, H-Town's definitely pushing. He's on 1% battery at the moment. He's really pushing to keep with Liam, and Liam is too. That'll be a battle we'll have to keep on board with to the end. So with Jackal and Hunter, I don't think Jackal's going to just sit behind him. I think he'll want to get the move done, because I have a feeling that penalty wasn't deserved or something. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But
yeah,
Uncle Morty,
suspicious.
yeah, Uncle Morty still has a yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's on the back of MPJ. Yep.
Yeah, these guys. This battle here, if he can get in front of MPJ, that's going to really help David. But I don't know. I think David's got this sort of locked in at the moment. It'll just depend. MPJ has a lot of battery, but there's a few other guys that have closed in now. TMT, Chevy Wolves, all have something to say as well. Paul in Hell. And Wolf is only 2.3 back. I mean, it's not many laps left, but everyone wants a piece of this P5 pie. And anything can happen here.
100%. There's 3 laps to go.
Panda mate, I honestly cannot. I don't even know how to do refunds on my end, mate. But just flick me a message, and he needs a points refund from the other day, but I cannot do that on my end. So it is in my mind. I just can't do it. I just have to wait till someone's here that does it. But Chevy Walls, he might even have a think about that his pen can get removed as well, because he's looking fast at the later stage of this race. But I tell you what, if you're a Red Bull right now, you'd be really happy with that tyre offset, 2 laps. They're both Red Bulls are on 2 lap better tyres, so I'd be really happy if I was them right now, because I can tell you what, at this stage of the race, for anyone who hasn't raced yet, it is terrible. Absolutely terrible. The tyre wear.
It is. But it's going to be tough to see one on a day. You'll be happy with driver of the day. Pity not worth any points anymore, Dad.
Yeah, so it's P5, so he's looking like he definitely drove the day. His only other competition was his teammate, Uncle Morty. So, but yeah, these guys, that battle at the start, on that restart, they had a massive battle, and it just allowed that top 5 just to sail off. And it was some really scary scenes at points. Like 4 cars wide, and 3 wide, and 2 wide. It's pretty lucky we only have that many DNFs, but a lot of carnage in this race. A lot of stuff for the stewards to review, I'm sure. But about to start our last lap. Hunter's about to come around and kick us off. Right on board these two, because I think Jack was going to have a crack at him. But he hasn't got the battery to do it. It's only at 13%. Hunter's got a bit more. Both guys not on really a lot of battery here. But Jackal does have that pen, so I don't know. It will depend if he can get it removed or not. But at this stage, it's all Hunter's race. Another battle we got to watch here is if Liam can hold that podium. He's super close. That's 0.5 of a tenth now. At the moment, H-Town will get the podium. Jackal, pretty much one last crack at it here on this straight, and the next he'll have to burn everything, but I don't think he's going to have the battery to do it. Jumping back down here, MPJ. Is MPJ going to have a crack on David? There's so many battles here. H-Town still out of that 3 seconds, just gone under. Jackal going to have one more crack at it. Pretty much your last shot for an overtake here. I don't think he has the battery. He's just going to tuck him behind. I think it's Hunter's race here. He's got 2 more corners to wrap this up, and what a drive it's been from him. Very fast in that Mercedes, no penalties. And he will cross the line in P1. And it looks to be possibly a McLaren P1, P3. I think H-Town's got this in the bag. Hunter crosses the line, Jackal P2. Who will be P3? Liam's crossing the line. I don't think he can... Oh, God, that's close. 2.8, 2.7, 2.6. Yeah, it's going to go to H-Town for P3 by the looks of it. David, can he hold MPJ? Yes, he can. MPJ, though, can he hold Uncle Morty? I think he can. David's going to cross the line in P5. And what a drive from him. Driver of the day. Well deserved. P5. Teammate right behind him. Almost gets to MPJ. But what a race. Chevy Wolves P11 from last. Uncle Morty P7 from last pretty much. So he was in good contention to driver of the day as well. Won't be mad losing to his teammate though, I'm sure. As these rest wrapped up, it's probably a big disappointment there for Ferrari. I felt like they had a really good race car in this race. They were fast, and yeah, it just slipped away at the end there. But thoughts on that one, mate?
Yeah, it was how we thought it was going to pan out. We thought Jackal might be able to get ahead of Hunter, but good job by Hunter to get the win. Well done to him. Cleanest driver goes to TMT. Well done. So, yeah, I think that podium isn't much of a surprise to many people.
Yeah. Yeah, I think H-Town did really well there in the end, though, to get to Liam. He will be very happy about there. Unfortunate DNFs down the back. Krojog, Tazio, Shining, Swarm, and D White. Unfortunately at the start. Hopefully we can get him a point or something, because that was pretty unfortunate for him to DNF at the start. But yeah, if we could get David, H-Town, Jackal and Hunter in the comms box for some interviews, that would be great. But
I am here.
Okay, just one sec. Okay, well, we're just gonna go. We don't have. I think. Jatuzi, are you gonna speak for McLaren or?
For Jackal, I can speak for both of them, but H-Town's done.
Yeah. Well, we don't have H-Town in just yet, so I'll just kick it off with you, Jutsi. So, mate, McLaren tonight, I mean, Jackal delivered once again, but H-Town in the end there just did everything he could. He had a massive spin, and we saw him lose a lot of time. But then he caught back up and managed to get in within that 3 seconds of Liam. Just tell us a little bit about, I don't know if you were engineering him or something, but tell him about how he was feeling in the end there, because I'm pretty sure he was pretty excited.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. I mean, a bit of a slide there for him when we lost the RS, and we had a pretty strict DRS management system, but we just gave him free reins at the end, and he delivered, got it down to 2.7, I think it was, and I mean, yeah, huge for our overalls fight, and yeah, good to beat a Williams.
Absolutely, mate. Well, yeah, well done. I'll hand you over to Shaz if he has any questions regarding H-Town.
Hey, mate, it was a good drive by H-Town, and both drivers in the end. But how does that feel for the overalls going into the last back of the season?
Absolutely huge. I mean, we had a terrible week Austria. I mean, we were 77 points down, and now it's down to 57, and probably will be down a lot more after this with Aston on the low end of performance this week, which is huge for us. And yeah, just going to keep on pushing, and Jackal always delivers. So.
That's the way, mate. Well done on a great drive by the TP second there, mate. it's going to be a tough run to the finish, but it's going to be a tight run between you guys and Aston, and even Ferrari possibly if they can, if Liam can pick them up there. But yeah, well done on a good drive by Jackal, and thanks, mate.
Sure.
Well, we'll jump over quickly. Thanks for that, mate. But H-Town has joined, so we'll jump back over to him in a second. But driver of the day also has jumped in. David, mate. I mean, it's actually between you and your teammate for driver of the day, so it's probably not going to be. You probably won't be too happy there that he lost to you. But between you two, you both. I mean, in that we were on board with you guys for a lot of the race. That battle between MPJ and the Ferraris at one point, and Paul and Hell, mate, just tell us a little bit of how you kept your head in that, because that was some serious battles. It was about 3 or 4 cars wide at some points. You obviously navigated through that and got out of there with no damage. So just tell us a little bit about your race, mate.
Yeah, that was a pretty hectic battle there. Like, what actually started the chaotic nature of that battle was actually Drew, and you could see that a lot of the boys were being really pushy to get through Drew because we all knew he was on the worst of tyres than the rest of us. And then the 2 Ferraris almost took each other out, like down the back straight. So I just sat back, waited for stuff to happen, and then the race evolved like it did. And then when we get to the later stages, so like this will probably show you my mindset, how like in my mind I'm not a tier 6 guy. But basically what I did, like I heard you guys on stream say he's just going to wait till the later race. So that's partially right. What I was doing was, for 4 straight laps, I was just watching what MPJ was doing with his battery management. And for 4 straight laps, in the same 2 spots, he went to none. So in my head, I'm like, okay, it's here and here. So I didn't have much battery, but I knew I had enough to get past someone in none. And then that's when I sent the move on him and held on. And then luckily for us, because Mort was close to MPJ, together we were able to, like, he had to make a choice. Do you want to come after me or do you want to defend off Mort? And that's kind of, in our comms together, we were basically saying just keep putting that little bit of pressure on him. And then from what Mort just told me at the end there, he made a little snap. So we were able to get 5th and 7th for the both of us. And considering where we both started, it's a pretty good drive for us.
Yeah, mate. I mean, huge points. Obviously, there's pretty vicious battle for the overalls in that mid pack. So this would be a big gain for you guys. So yeah, hats off, mate. Well done. Obviously, no points for driver of the day, but if both your drivers are picked for driver of the day, it's a pretty good feeling, mate. So I'll hand you over to Shaz if he has any questions for you, mate, before we get back to the others.
Easy.
Well done, mate. Well deserved driver of the day, in my opinion. You've worked hard, as you said, come back from the back of the pack, and you're able to get it there, mate. How have you found the last couple of weeks in Division 6?
Kind of a mixed bag, to be fair. Like, there's been some races where it was really enjoyable. Like tonight, like I'll tell you straight up, anyone who knows me knows I hate Australia as a track. Like I can't stand it. But then to have the battle we had, that was great. And then you look at a race like Abu Dhabi, which we had, where I basically threw away a good position because I got a drive through. It's just kind of been like that. Like I knew coming to the back end of the calendar, we were going to have ups and downs because the nature of the tracks didn't really favour my type of driving style. But it's just the game plan's pretty simple. Each week, show up, see how things go, and then pretty much with the pace I have, it's just you need one little thing to go your way. And tonight, the thing that went our way to allow both me and Mort to get up the field was that safety car, because we were literally boxing that lap anyway where it came out. And we were able to get 4 positions, I think, on the guys who tried the undercut. But yeah, it's just up and down season the last couple of weeks for me, from my perspective.
Exactly right, mate. And we'll put your other hat on, your TP hat on, for 2 seconds. What's the plans with Red Bull going into the last back end of the season?
Oh, look, one thing I pride myself on is just being brutally honest. Like, I'm always honest with my team. Look, I know we have no shot at overalls. I know there's a little bit of a fight going on for, like, I believe it was like 4th to 7th. But look, I'm not going to tell my guys we need to get 4th. I'm not like that. like my guys will tell you straight up that I always preach overalls is not my focus. I just want my whole team for these last 3 rounds to show up, have some fun, enjoy their racing, and whatever happens. Like, I know we've been dealt a pretty rough hand, like how this season has gone on in certain regards and aspects like that, but I think we have a pretty good team and a nice chilled out environment. And then I know everyone this week, like, we've had some pretty solid results up and down the board, particularly with Claire coming back as well, like for what she did on Sunday, considering she's been out for 4 or 5 weeks with her HSC. I think will be a smoky to be around there, but that's not my objective. I just want my drivers to have fun, and that's pretty much it. If we have fun, who knows what we can do.
No, mate, well done. And good view there, and yeah, well done on a great season so far, and good luck in the last 3 weeks. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
All right, we'll jump over to H-Town quickly. We did have a chat to your teammate before, mate, but we'll have a chat to you quickly as well. Obviously, bit of drama in this race throughout the whole race, pretty much. We obviously saw you have a little bit of a spin towards the end there, but you managed to reel the gap in within 3 seconds of Liam, mate. Just tell us a little bit how hard you were pushing at the end there to manage to do that.
There was no way in hell I was going to let Liam finish in front of me. Plain and
Fair
simple.
enough. Fair enough.
There was no way in hell. I'll tell you what, I don't care how I had to do it. There's just no way I was going to do it. I'm sure everybody in the league knows why. I like you, Liam.
Okay, so is that your answer, or?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just the will to not let Liam finish in front of me was my motivation.
Fair enough.
Just a little friendly banter competition.
Yeah, fair enough. Tell us a little bit about your teammate then. Obviously, just missed out on the win with the penalty, but obviously great result for McLaren and your overalls battle, mate. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling in the team after that one.
I've felt great about the team ever since I came here from the first silly season. I gel a lot. I mean, I gel really well with all the guys. We all have our head towards one goal, and I honestly can't even have an opinion on Jackal because I didn't see him in Hunter. They were having their own battle up there. Kind of reminds me of earlier in the season when we had Breadman and the other guy. I forgot who the other guy's name was, but you know, you have stuff like that. People practice, people get faster. And, I just got to bag in as many points as I can, and that's what I did today.
Yeah, you did a great job, mate, and I'm sure this will definitely help for your overalls fight. So well done. I'll hand you over to Shaz.
I hope so. Thank you.
H-Town, my man, good drive. Very, very good to see you back up the top there, mate. And it's good to see you enjoying yourself as per usual. What's your goal for the last 3 weeks of this season?
To score as many points as I can for the team to win the overalls. Is really what I'm focused on. Yeah, that's really pretty much it. And making sure that you breathe during the comms because you get so excited you forget to breathe, Shaz. Breathe. Take a breath a little bit.
Some days I do, mate. Some days I do, mate. No, mate, very good. Well done on that, mate. Good drive. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, brother.
All right, we'll jump over to our race winner now, Hunter, mate. A great battle between obviously yourself and Jackal pretty much the whole race. Towards the end there, Jackal getting the pen. We still don't know how he got it or when he got it. Kind of missed it, but whether or not he can get it removed or not is the question. But either way, mate, you finished in front, and yeah, just tell us a little bit about your race, mate. It was pretty dominant.
Oh, I wouldn't say dominant. I'll admit Jackal had me sweating for 90% of the race. Honestly, I was using a quali setup.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a race setup planned, and then I had what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name now. Give me 2 seconds. should not forget his name. It's quite Luca Rapasa. He slipped into my VC the other day and was like, "Oh, try this, try this, try this." I was like, "Okay," and I went from 16.5 down to 15.8 in practice. I was like, "Oh, okay." So I wanted to use that in quali to show that I actually had pace around Australia, and then I kind of just lowered the wings and up the off diff and kind of just ran with it, and yeah, it worked. So I was like, shit. I was getting quite a bit of sliding towards the last few laps of there, but I just did what I can just to hold off. So yeah, no, it was good. I think Jackal may have got that 3 second when I got DRS down the back straight and I came up beside him and he moved over and hit me. And I think because he moved over, his reaction, I think he jerked it to the left and went off the track.
Yeah.
So I think that's where he got it, because I looked back up at the thing and saw that he had a 3 second. I was like, oh no. So I think that might have been what it was. I don't think he saw me coming. Yeah.
Yeah, well, mate, well done. Obviously, your teammate didn't have the best of races there, but huge points for Mercedes nevertheless. So I'd be really happy with that one, mate. Obviously, you and Jackal fought all the way to the end there. There were some good battles behind you too. But yeah, it's a great job, mate. And I'll hand you over to Shaz.
Thank you.
Good job, Hunter, mate. Well done. You've been up there. I mistakenly forgot about you this in the previews when Dito asked me about who I thought was going to challenge, and you made me eat my words because you won. And but yeah, mate, well done. What was your thoughts coming into this race? Did you think you could have won?
Honestly, I watched the Div 5 race and I saw Jackal win and I was like, I've got no chance. So I was like, coming into it, I was like, I'll try qualify next to him. If not, I'll try get in front of him and then just try stick with him the whole time. But I just had pace there all of a sudden after 6 laps. I looked at the map and could see me and Jackal were like 6 seconds in front. I was like, holy hell. And yeah, just when I got in front of him, I just managed my ERS perfectly just so he couldn't catch up to me with DRS. And yeah, I just held him back, so I was quite stoked with that defense. I think he only got past me once. And then I got him straight back like 3 laps later. So it was a really good fight. So big ups to Jackal though.
Yeah,
Very unlucky
work,
for that 3 second.
Yeah, no, very good, mate. Well done on a great race, and I believe stewards have called your name, so I'd be getting some footage, looking in the chat already, getting your footage ready because I believe it's needed. So, well done, mate.
What?
Good win.
What did I
And,
do?
Nah, that exactly what you explained happened with Jackal was been put in.
Oh, okay. I'll go straight back into my Twitch stream and get the footage because I was up beside him and he moved over and cut me off and put me into the wall. So that's fine. I can do that.
Yep. Nah, that's exactly
If
what's
that
been
goes
put
against
in, so...
me, that's wild, and I will not be happy. So.
No, mate, that is fair enough. You get your footage in. But yeah, good win, mate, on track, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, I shall be there.
All right, that's it. That's it for Div 6, guys. We'll wrap it up there. It's been a pretty hectic night. Just like to say thank you, everyone, jumping in and yeah, watching, negative or positive. We appreciate your viewership. And yeah, I will thank our sponsors once more before we head off. Thanks for the guys jumping in the comms box for the interviews and Shaz for your comms, mate. But unless you have anything to say, we'll wrap it up.
No, mate, that was a good race. Hunter made me eat my words. On to where are we next? Is it Austria next? No, not Austria. Canada next? I can't even remember off the top of my head.
Spain next week.
Oh, Spain, then Canada.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting close to the end, but yeah. Thanks for everyone jumping in, and we'll see you all tomorrow for Div 3. See yous.